Can he do it? Can he pull off the hat trick? Can he do 3 multi-hundred videos that involve his face in a row? Well, let's see. And we're going to pick a Reddit topic that, if it doesn't work out, will still be ironically, unironically funny. F you in particular. For all the IndyCar fans right there in Indianapolis, gentlemen, start your engines, or don't, apparently, because you ain't going nowheres. Didn't know that the sun had F's to give. Yep, right there. Of all the places in that stadium, right there is apparently where the sun felt the need to just absolutely just optometrist in the worst way those people. Yep, person, guess what? I hunger. You don't own a cat. You know, your cats don't have owners. They have staff. That was what a very good friend of mine once upon a time said. And it's very true. All right, we got us a little dirt devil here. Got us a little mini twister. Typically, those things aren't considered to be terribly dangerous. However, they have... Oh my God. That poor little tree never stood a chance. And then just goes about its merry way. It just drops the elbow on him. Just drops the elbow on that poor tree. Let him know. Drop a bow, man. Poor tree. And then this thing's over here showboating in the freaking yard out on the street, man. Like, yeah, I kicked that tree's ass. It looks like it's getting worse, actually. I'm mad that all it did was just go hurt that poor tree. And now it's just showboating in the street. And now, and like nobody around is upset. Like people are just casually walking away from it. No big deal. There's a little mini tornado. No big deal. Gee, I wonder who lives in this nice little country home over here. Probably a twat, according to that. Not for kids or for Derek. Now, of course, I have to ask the question because you have brought it up in front of all of us. When you say kids or Derek, are those mutually exclusive things like this is not for people under a certain age? Or a guy over said age named Derek? Or is Derek a child who has given up his drink privileges? Inquiring minds would like to know what the hell did Derek did and why the hell is Derek targeted in this signage? I love this. I love this passive aggressive like. I mean, I've always wondered that actually. Real estate agents, like, they put the little signs in the yard. Oh, yes, this is a house being sold by so-and-so Realty. But then, I mean, what's to stop somebody from just being like, not no more, it's not. This is our house now. I don't know how it works. I don't know how listings works. I are not a realtor. I got realtor friends, but I am not one of them. I don't know what's to stop anybody from doing this, but it clearly didn't stop Wickert. And Elizabeth Hodges is the first documented case of a human struck by a meteorite. Imagine. You know. There are so many things you could be the first at. The first to discover XYZ, or the first person to have done something, crossed some large piece of land or water, the first person in space, the first person to have been shot in the stomach by a cannonball and somehow not been injured, you know. But how low your luck stat gotta be? What kind of bad dice roll you gotta have to be the first person to ever be struck by a rock hurtling through space? A rock that's hurtling through space, that came from somewhere else in space and targeted you. You know, cosmically speaking, all these things are floating around at you know, hundreds if not thousands of miles an hour. And the odds of being stricken, you know, the Earth being a tiny speck in the bigger galaxy, in the bigger universe, and you being a tiny speck upon the Earth, and then that moon rock coming right for your hip. I mean, it's kind of cool when you think about it. Like, I mean, yeah, it sucks, and it probably hurt a lot. I can't tell if she's okay in this picture or not. But, I mean, the universe reached down and touched you specifically. So, I mean, yeah, it sucks. That's kind of cool. Like, I would wear that scar with some pride, especially if I lived through it. Imagine winning 14 million times and the one time you lose, they make a movie about it. If you know, you know. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this is one of those things. Don't be that guy and be like, well, of course they made it. It's a funny joke, okay? It's a funny joke. The whole thing, I saw so many different scenarios. We only won in this. It's funny. Laugh. Laugh, please. Laugh. This is funny. This is top tier humor right here. Replace the first 4 letters of both your names with I'm And then Jeremy Collingson says, I think I'll sit this one out. Oh, no. Nope. All right, we got a truck sitting here in some sort of bad weather, either a severe storm or a twister of some kind. Now, he's all by himself, so you think, okay, of course he's the one who's going to get F. Then you see 2 other cars, a car and then another big rig going by. There goes something. There went a sign. Okay, obviously there's a real strong wind here. This guy pulled over trying to be smart, trying to say, I probably don't need to drive in such bad conditions. And he goes over, Lessons you learn, trying to do the right thing at the right time. It doesn't always work out. And that's a lesson you need to learn in life. Jean-Luc Picard, you can do all the right things, still fail, or whatever he said. Sometimes you just gotta drive through it. Sometimes some people's luck stats good enough they can just drive and not even think about it. There's a video some handsome YouTuber made once upon a time likening this to how to use a toaster. You should watch that sometime. You ever look up to the sky for clarity on an issue, for purpose, for some sign that what you're doing is either right or that maybe you would like some direction as far as what it is that you should be doing. And when you look up for answers, you simply see a giant bird finger telling you exactly where you can get off. If you didn't see that, watch closely. Here's some lanky dude that kind of looks like a cryptid, just casually tossing a snake in. If I didn't pass out from a damn heart attack, let me tell you what I would do. I would get out that car and I'd go beat that guy's ass. And don't you say, oh, no, you wouldn't do that. You would beat that guy. I absolutely would. I would beat him with him own snake. If you ever played Fallout 3 or Fallout 4 for that matter, mild spoilers for those games that are several years old at this point, Liberty Prime is a giant robot that the Brotherhood still uses to attack their enemies in the end game. And he has nuclear grenades, we'll call them, that he spikes like a football into the ground. And it might take out a handful of people. It might be on one super mutant. It doesn't matter, because apparently democracy is non-negotiable. Imagine you're on television and you get just hosed directly in the face by the sprinkler system upon your field or pitch or whatever it is that soccer players play upon. I mean, why you even got the sprinklers going during halftime, okay? All you're going to do is just make that field slick. The pitch slick. Why even do that? And then why are you even out there? I have so many questions. Maybe you deserved it. It looks like it got him directly in the eye, too. That dude, he's not going to be able to play the second half. He's just not going. It's just not going to happen. Shipping to the continental 48 states only, excluding Arkansas. I like that they even go the extra mile to say shipping to the continental 48 states, except Arkansas. Not 47 out of 48, excluding Arkansas. Not 47 states, excluding Alaska, Hawaii, and Arkansas. I assume that's the other 2. Like, they specifically say, this is the group. In Arkansas, you ain't part of this group. Alright? F you. Poor Arkansas, that's what they do. So, I don't know the context, and this is probably some silliness that somebody made up. Some, anti-young person silliness, but it's a list of banned words to include skibbity, sigma, risk, yacht. I don't know what a lot of these I'm familiar with. 1, 2, buckle my shoe is the beginning of a kick-ass freaking nursery rhyme, so I don't know why that's a problem. But apparently included on this list is Ohio, the state of Ohio. I don't understand what Ohio did. I apologize to people in Ohio. Apparently, you can't say the name of your state anymore. Oh no, roof decided to leak specifically on this person's PC during a torrential rain. I mean, first off, roof damage with rain is the shit, like the bad shit, not the good shit, to begin with. And then the fact that it rained directly in your electronic box and basically made it an aquarium, that is awful. Oh my God, that is so awful. I would be so pissed. Oh my God. In this class, there are only two rules. Only two rules. No Limp Bizkit and no looking at Miss Boer's feet. And the caption here is, what did Limp Bizkit do? And yes, that's a very good question. Why specifically no Limp Bizkit? The second off, why is the number 2 rule, the only other rule besides no Limp Bizkit, no looking at Miss Boer's feet? I assume it's Boer's, it's 2 O's there. What is it about Miss Boer's feet? Like what? Yes, F Limp Bizkit fans in particular, but also F Miss Boer's feet and feet fans of Miss Boer's? Like, what does she do? I have so many questions that will not be answered. Somebody in Sons, cooling, heating, plumbing, drains, water softener, and row electrical. There'll be no Melvins on your job. Again, if you're a business dude and you're going to have livery, a paint job on your van, make it so it's not quite such an inside joke. You dig? Make it so that, like, is Melvin a former business partner that you had a problem with who, like, gloriously F something up to the point where we now call it a Melvin if something's wrong, or if somebody's acting in a bad way, we call them a Melvin, and if they do it a real bad way, we call them a Melvin, whatever their last name was. It's like the next tier up. Like, I don't get it. Is this in a town where apparently some dude named Melvin is like a really hated guy? Was there like some infamous dude named Melvin in this town that apparently is just the worst or the stupidest or whatever? I don't understand. There will be no Melvins on your job. What if your name is Melvin and you go to call these people? You probably won't, because right there you have entirely etched out a demographic of people named Melvin. Maybe their first name's Melvin. Maybe Melvin could be like their last name. And then, like, what if the Melvins, like, find oil and they become like one of the richest families in town? They become like old money in town. Right there, you've lost a potential cash cow because you have discriminated against Melvins. Now, how does that make you feel, somebody in Sons? Now, this is impressive to me because not only, like, again, kind of like the meteorite before, thunderstorms are not huge, like, geographically speaking. They take up a relatively small footprint for the most part, like where storms get bad anyway. And then lightning strikes tend to be very small within storms. So the fact that this lightning strike has not only just come down, but arced directly into that window and apparently gone through that portion of the, I don't know if it like went up through the floor or came down through something, but came through the apartment, traveled some way, and got in there and blew that toilet shit all the way up. How? That toilet was cursed. That was a skibbity toilet, I believe. Like, that toilet in particular, its time was then, and there was no amount of saving that was going to save that. Lightning is frightening. When thunder roars, go indoors. But don't sit on the toilet, apparently, because you'll still get got. Bro, what are those, goats? Just casually standing and presumably crapping all over that person's car? Oh no. Is it legitimately the fact that it's red? Like, I don't know if goats are colorblind or desensitized or whatever, but just that little bit of difference, does that make it? Or is that car parked next to like some really, really good weeds or something, and them goats just needed a place to lounge? Like, that would piss me off. That'd piss me all the way off. If I was the red car owner and I came out and I saw goats climbing all over my ish like that, I'd be all the way pissed off. Like, all the way pissed off. Keep our staff safe. Let them do their jobs. Hello, my name is Janet. I am a receptionist. A patient threw a bucket of sick on my desk. Oh, God. I wasn't sure how to respond. Gross, dude, for real? Like, what kind of twisted sicko are you that you're going to take a bucket of your gastronomical projectile and throw it at somebody who's just doing their damn job, man? Heesh. I think that's enough of this today. I'm done after reading that last one. But thank you very much for watching this. Hopefully several of you have watched this and we've done the thing. And if not, Oh well, we had a good run. But I still appreciate any views on this, likes, comments, subscribes, potentially. It's all good. It's all welcome. And hey, if not, F me, right? Just kidding. But until next time, bye.